Hi folks, Tim here again, timsclass.com. Today we're going to cover framing nailers. I've got three different types here that we're going to go over. Before we get into that, let's cover some of the PPE, the personal protective equipment that you need to wear anytime you're using a nail gun. You're going to need some type of hearing protection. It's either some kind of earmuffs or the little foam ones that you stick in your ear. You're going to need something to protect your hearing, because the decibels on these is typically well over 100 decibels, and that's past those guidelines for wearing hearing protection. So anytime you're using a framing nailer, you want to make sure you're wearing hearing protection. The other PPE that's mandatory is some type of safety glasses. I like to wear these ones with the side shields when I'm using a framing nailer as opposed to my regular safety glasses. Just it gives you some side impact protection. Okay, so we're gonna put on our glasses. I'm not gonna put on my hearing protection until I come over there and we demonstrate how these work. But let's start, first of all, with the traditional framing nailer. This one's made by Metabo. I'm kind of a Metabo fan, formerly known as Hitachi, but I've owned several of these guns and they're pretty indestructible. So it's just a great little gun. This one's almost brand new. And want to just go over some. I don't want to spend a lot of time how to load and unload, because every one of them are different, and depending on the nail gun that you buy, what you learn here may not be any good. I will go ahead and load and unload just so you can get the concept and the idea. But this is a pneumatic air nailer, and what that means, it's powered by air. Anytime you have an air gun, you want to, first of all, before you ever use it, make sure you oil it. So I'm gonna put a couple of drops of oil in there. And when I connect the air hose to it, that's gonna push that oil in throughout, and it's gonna lubricate all the seals that are in this gun. So this works off of air pressure. And what it does, you set the poundage on your gun, on your air compressor, and it'll shoot out however much air pressure you have going to that gun. So this particular one has a couple of features to it. First of all, let me dispel some of the myths. This does not work like the movies. I can't just point and shoot it, okay? If I point it and shoot it, nothing's gonna happen. It's got a safety on it. And the safety mechanism on all nail guns is this function right here. This has gotta be pushed back for that gun to shoot. Now there are some contractors out there that will disable that. That's not very smart at all. So keep that in mind. Whenever you're dealing with nail guns, don't mess with one that somebody's disabled that safety function, okay? Regardless, treat it as though if I did pull the trigger, it would go off. So when you're carrying this, always keep it just like you would a regular gun. Keep your finger out away from the trigger as you're carrying this around. It's just a double safety precaution. Okay, a couple other controls on this. This has got two different functions on it. This little knob right here determines it. I can twist it one way or the other. And that just lets me set whether I want a single shot, so I gotta push it down, pull the trigger. If I flip it the other way, I can hold the trigger, and every time I push it down, it's gonna fire. So that's called a rapid fire setting on it. Right now, we're gonna just leave it in the single fire position. You load this gun simply by pulling this back, all right? You push this down, slide it back over. It's got a double catch. There's a catch here. You push that down, and the nails come right out, okay? So we're just gonna slide these nails on in. We're gonna pull this back and let it set, and now it's got the nails in it, and it's ready to go, ready to shoot. Okay, and we'll demonstrate this gun. Tell you what, let's come on over and we'll demonstrate this, and then we'll come back. So I'm gonna put on my hearing protection, my eye protection. I've already got my compressor set where I want it. This is what I was talking about. If I swap that over. Be extremely careful with this gun. When you're framing, you got to always keep in mind where that nail is going. If you'll watch right here, That's how far out that nail comes. So I don't want my fingers anywhere close to where I'm gonna be framing. So I set my board where I want it to go. I keep my hands way back and I shoot. Extremely critical whenever you're framing, keep your fingers and hands away. Okay, we'll set that down. Let's come back over and look at the next one. You'll have to excuse me. It's kind of hot out today. My glasses keep fogging up, so we'll have to work on getting some defogger on those. All right, next gun. Also Metabo. This is a game changer, folks. This gun right here, the only drawback I have found to it is that it weighs 50 million tons. Other than that, this is about one of the coolest little portable framing nailers I think I've ever used. So, and I'm gonna demonstrate it in a minute. Again, like I said, the only negative is how heavy it is. This gun probably weighs 4 or 5 more pounds than the air nailer. And when we get to the pass load, that's about 2 or 3 pounds lighter than this also. So it's a heavy, heavy gun, but it's really, really neat how it operates. This is battery operated. And you just have a simple battery like you would in a battery operated drill. This particular one is the one that comes with it. It's a 3 amp hour and it's supposed to be good for shooting up to 400 nails through this gun. So it's pretty impressive. You can double that up by just going to a larger battery. This is a 6 amp hour battery and that'll allow me to shoot up to 800 nails on a single charge. So I just can't say enough about it. You can adjust the depth of the nail right here. And this setting right here, if it's shooting too hard, you can adjust it up or down. And it's got some writing there. It tells you which way to turn it. Other than that, you load it pretty much the same way as you did the other one, okay? You're just sliding it over, you're putting your nails in, sliding it back. Because it's made by the same manufacturer, it's gonna work pretty much the same way. The only other thing on this gun, it's got a lock on it. So right now it's unlocked. If I put it in the locked position, even with the battery in, even with the safety pushed, it will not shoot. So before I get ready to shoot, I wanna hit that unlock, okay? I've already got this loaded, and again, both these guns use the exact same nails. They're 30-degree framing nails. They're 3 inches long, and they're what they call paper taped. So instead of plastic collated, so they're put together with paper tape instead of plastic. That stops those little plastic beads from flying off and hitting you in the face. Gets a little annoying. But let's go ahead over here and let me show you how this thing works. We simply put the battery in, and if you look right here, there's our power switch to turn it on. When the blue light comes on, that tells you it's got full power and ready to go. All we're gonna do, pretty neat little gun, all right? Relatively quiet compared to the other guns too, so I'm impressed with this little gun. That's a battery operated framing gun. Okay, the last gun we're going to cover here today. This is put out by Pass Load. This gun will actually shoot up to 9,000 nails on a single charge, but that's because it's more than just a battery that's pushing it. You actually have these gas cartridges that go in this gun, and what it does, it fills the chamber with gas, and then this battery sparks that gas and causes it to fire, just like a gun. So this gives you a good idea how this one works. You put your gas cartridges right here in the back. You can see it's stuck in there. Those just simply slide in and out. Okay, so the gas cartridge is in there. I do like how they have the battery when I don't have to take it out. I can just leave it right there and it's still off. When I put it in the on position, I actually push it all the way over. Now it's ready to fire. It's in the on position and ready to go. And you can see the little green light that blinks right there. It tells you that it's ready to go. So we've got our gas in, we've got our battery in. We've got our nails loaded up, and they just simply slide in the back. These are some little 2 3/8 inch nails that you'd use for sheathing. I'm going to drop them back in. They're paper collated also, and also at 30 degrees. You don't want to put these nails in this gun, even though they're both 30-degree paper collated. They're not made by the same manufacturer, not for the same gun. All right, so let's take this gun over, and you'll get an idea how this one works. Once again, safety mechanism, just push down. And there you have it. All right, 3 different framing nailers, 2 different manufacturers. On the market, there's probably 30 different framing nailer manufacturers, from Passload, DeWalt. Everybody has them now. I don't want to say which is best. It's totally a matter of choice. It's kind of hard to decide exactly what, it's going to be what works for you. So if you get ready to do a framing project, and we will later on in this class, you're going to see we're going to probably use all 3 nailers in different cases. They all have their uses. Hope you got something out of the lesson today. Have a good day.